I'm Amelia Montgomery.
And I'm Connor Harmon.
And this is Saudi Daisy High School News. Stay tuned for updates on Hurricane Helene, new presidential polling data, fall break, and more.
The Federal Emergency Management Agency has surpassed $137 million relief for survivors of Hurricane Helene. FEMA has shipped over 15 million meals and 14 million liters of water to combat the current crisis. The grim death counter slowly ticks up to 300 while thousands still go without power. Many are upset with FEMA after a comment made by Trump at one of his rallies, stating FEMA is running out of money due to spending on illegal immigrants.
What they're doing right now. Kamala spent all her FEMA money, billions of dollars, on housing for illegal migrants, many of whom should not be in our country.
FEMA responded to this comment by posting on their website clarifying funding is not being used for border-related issues and affirming no money is being diverted from disaster response needs. If you would like to donate to victims of Hurricane Helene, go to SDHSnews.com for more information. Donald Trump appeared with tech billionaire and CEO of Tesla and SpaceX, Elon Musk, at a rally in Butler, Pennsylvania, yet neither mentioned the federal labor charges filed on both of them by the United Auto Workers Union for attempting to intimidate and threaten workers. This Monday marks the one-year anniversary of October 7th attack on Israel. This Monday marks the one-year anniversary of October 7th attack on Israel. Last year, Hamas perpetrated a terrorist attack on Israel's soil, killing over 1,200 civilians and kidnapping over 100 people, including several Americans visiting the music festival. Millions across the globe mourn those who were lost and ask for the violence to end and for those hostages to be released. The United States has prominently backed Israel on both sides of the aisle, and many fear that if peace agreements are not brought up, civilian casualties on both sides will increase exponentially. Senator Gillibrand spoke with CNN about her fears.
Well, today is a very somber day. It's been a year since the horrific terrorist attack that Hamas perpetrated on Israel. And we mourn with the families who still have not seen their loved ones returned, who are still being held hostage by Hamas. There are people who are waiting for even the bodies of their loved ones to be returned so they could have proper burial, including New Yorkers. And so it's a very, very rough day, I think, for the Jewish community in New York and around the country. And I think we just have to remember that what happened on October 7th was brutal. It was horrific. It was the most barbaric terrorist attack we've ever experienced. And it's something that is very difficult to resolve because without the hostages returned, with the continuing attacks from Iran, from Hezbollah, it's a challenge. And we as New Yorkers stand in solidarity with Jewish families across this state.
Now back to Amelia with the latest updates in SDHS News.
Hello Saudi Daisy, I'm Cheyenne bringing you your midweek forecast. We are starting to see more fall-like weather in the forecast. Today we will be seeing highs in the 70s and lows are starting to drop into the 50s with clear skies. For the rest of the week, we will continue to see clear skies with highs in the 70s and lows dropping into the 40s by the end of the week. Hurricane Milton should not affect Tennessee. Now back to Connor with more on that.
After reaching 180 miles per hour Monday, Hurricane Milton has weakened from a Category 5 hurricane to a Category 4 for now. This storm is expected to make landfall near Tampa as a major Category 3 hurricane late Wednesday, less than 2 weeks after Hurricane Helene slammed into Florida's Big Bend region. Ivan Rodriguez is in Tampa with the latest on the storm and evacuation efforts.
This is literally catastrophic, and I can say without any dramatization whatsoever, if you choose to stay in one of those evacuation areas, you're going to die.
Dire warning from the mayor of Tampa as authorities beg people to evacuate ahead of Hurricane Milton. This hurricane's pushing me out.
Many heeding the message. Florida highways have been crammed with what some state officials expect could be the largest evacuation since 2017's Hurricane Irma. For some, like Sheila Lokisano, this hurricane arrives as they're still trying to clean up from Hurricane Helene less than 2 weeks ago.
Helene was it was a nightmare. I stayed. The whole island, all the islands around us have struggled.
This time, Sheila's not taking any chances.
It's not going to be easy to leave, but I am leaving.
The storm is projected to weaken and make landfall as a Category 3 near the Tampa area on Wednesday, packing 120-mile-per-hour winds. Its dangerous eye and eye wall could come ashore anywhere from Cedar Key in the north to Naples in the south.
Been to the point where I'm literally looking at every item in our home and deciding, do I take it or do I leave it? And the thought of it just floating in the water somewhere, it's really hard to bear.
In Tampa, I'm Ivan Rodriguez reporting.
Hurricane Milton is one of the top 10 strongest hurricanes ever recorded in the Atlantic. It's also the strongest hurricane in the Gulf of Mexico since Hurricane Rita in 2005. Now back to Amelia with the latest updates in SDHS News.
We finished up benchmarks this week as we prepare to conclude the first quarter of the 2024-2025 school year. Monday marks the start of fall break. There will be no school from October 14th to October 18th, and we will return to normal schedule on Monday, October 21st. The start of fall break means the end of the first quarter. All grades are due this Friday. Get all your work turned in so you can relax during your fall break.
Last Friday, the men of Troy defeated our arch rivals, Red Bank Lions. Number 49, Callum Williams, kicked the winning field goal in the last 9 seconds of the game, punting the score just above Red Bank with 2 seconds left on the clock. The men of Troy ended the night with the score 24-23, marking the first time Saudi Daisy football has beaten Red Bank in 7 years. Tears, screams, and cheers were left on the field. This Friday is senior night. They will be playing against East Ridge. Come out and support all of the football seniors, cheer and band. The recognition starts at 6:45 and kickoff is at 7:30. Tryouts for the 2024-2025 archery team were this Monday through Wednesday, and tryouts for the girls flag football team were Monday through this upcoming Thursday. Remember, you must have an up-to-date physical in order to try out. Over the weekend, the Saudi Daisy High School band competed in the Cumberland County competition. They received first place in band, percussion, color guard, and drum major for Class 3A. They will be hosting their annual Trojan Marching Invitational on October 26th. Come out and support the Marching Trojans.
Okay, my favorite song is Right My Wrongs by Bryson Tiller.
My favorite song is First World Problems by Brent Faiyaz.
My favorite song is The Dance by Garth Brooks.
My favorite song is I'll Be Missing You by Diddy.
My favorite movie is Revenge of the Sith.
My favorite movie is The Notebook.
My favorite movie is How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
10 Things I Hate About You.
My favorite movie is Forrest Gump.
I use Spotify to listen to music.
I use Musi to listen to music because Spotify makes me pay for premium, and I'm a middle-class worker, so.
Spotify.
I'm switching from Apple Music to Spotify because Spotify is way better.